Fife, a Will Rogers graduate from the class of 1968, was a distinguished journalist that had a remarkable 50-year career spanning print, radio, and television.
And that's kind of where I got my start, through the Tulsa public school system. I had interest in journalism and had wanted to get either on the high school newspaper staff or the yearbook staff, but those spots were pretty much filled by the popular kids for some reason. Like teachers will deny it and this kind of thing, but you looked around and you see the same 20 kids doing all this stuff.
As a citizen of the Muscogee Creek Nation of Oklahoma and of Cherokee's heritage, Fife focused on national, native, and governmental affairs, spending 11 years in the nation's capital. He later moved to Alaska with a vision to create National Native News, the first Indigenous-focused weekday radio news service. Under his leadership, the program became a groundbreaking platform, reaching its peak with carriage on 181 public radio stations nationwide. During Fife's tenure, the program earned 8 national awards in its first 7 years, setting a high standard for Indigenous media representation. Fife's contributions to journalism were widely recognized. He received numerous awards in the national and state press competitions, 3 legislative citations from the state of Alaska, and the Governor's Community Service Medal. In 1978, he made history as the first Native American recipient of a Ford Fellowship in Educational Journalism. Additionally, he held an internship as a guest editor on the national desk of NPR, further solidifying his role as a pioneer in the field. Later in his career, Fife brought his expertise back to his community, working with the Muscogee media on the Muscogee Reservation. As the only tribal media outlet with constitutional free press protection, Muscogee media benefited from Fife's dedication to preserving and advancing Native voices. His advocacy was instrumental in the fight to codify and later restore greater press freedoms through a constitutional amendment supported by 76% of Muscogee citizens. Through his work, Fife not only elevated Indigenous stories, but also championed the rights of tribal media to operate independently and freely. Sadly, Fife passed away in January of 2024. He joins a large legacy of fellow Ropers who will continually inspire future generations and graduates of Will Rogers High School.